Okay, Barney, let's travel down the road a bit, into the future.
Do you have a time machine?
No, of course I don't. I mean, look around you. There's nothing in this room but the two of us and the four walls. Exactly where would the time machine be?
Maybe you have a portable one.
Barney, for someone with no imagination, you seem to come up with the most absurd and idiotic ideas. Anyhow, I have no such device, so just forget about it.
Will you then be using some sort of a transportation potion or a magical spell?
Really, Barney, your grip on reality is tentative at best. I mean, exactly how is it that everything with you always involves some sort of leap into some fantasy world?
Well, I like magic and things that involve magic.
Yes, I got that much. For now, though, let's just stay focused on a subject of a non-magical kind, like your dead buddy Hal. So let's just say it's been a few weeks with your dead chum. It's been great watching your decaying dead guy take to his new environment, and surprisingly your dead dude has been doing very, very well. But recently you've noticed your little dead guy isn't as perky as usual. So now you're wondering if your dead guy is feeling lonely, or maybe with you, just sick of your childlike mentality. Anyhow, Barney, if you feel your zombie is just lonely and hasn't tired of you yet, maybe it's time to invite another dead guy over to keep Hal company. It's just like when you were a child. What am I saying? You're still a child. At any rate, you would want to have a friend over to play with, and the same goes for your little dead chum. Hal will love to have another rotting guy around to pass the time with. Maybe play some fun games together.
Like chess?
No, not games like chess. I would avoid games that require any kind of thinking. I mean, for you, Barney, but the same goes for Zombie Hal as well. Remember, zombies are mindless fucks, just like yourself. You know what I mean, Barney? No, of course you don't. Just stick to something simple. I'm sure you can manage that. For instance, you could play the game Chase Me, I'm Delicious. You know how much zombies love chasing things.
Like cars?
No, Barney, they don't like chasing cars. Let's just go with chasing human flesh. Think along those lines, if that's at all possible for you. Try out some fun games like Chase Me, I'm Delicious. After all, the more the merrier. Your dead buddy will just be happy to have another dead dude in the pursuit to finally end you. I'm sure, Barney, you'll be delighted too when you see Zombie Hal and his dead buddy fighting over your stupid fat ass.
I'd love to see Hal fight over me.
Why is that, Barney?
Well, I think it would be funny watching Hal fight some other dude just to hang out with me.
Well, I think you're not quite getting the point. Hal wants to eat you, not be a friend. I mean, really, who wants to be a friend? Just remember to keep the game simple, because just like you, your drooling dead pal has little to none cognitive skills. So always think simple. What am I saying? You're a grand master at that. Remember, Barney, this is the time to take charge and initiate some fun, because your little dead dude Hal just plain isn't capable. Face it, your pal is by de facto the walking definition of the term brain dead. So the mantle of higher thinking falls to you. And even though I'm skeptical of your abilities to simply open a bag of cookies, you'll have to rise up to the challenge.
You're challenging me to open a bag of cookies?
No, Barney, I'm not challenging you. Just show some leadership skills.
Well, it doesn't take leadership skills to open a bag of cookies, does it?
No, of course not. But I'm not talking about cookies.
Well, then why'd you mention a bag of cookies?
Never mind, Barney. Just stick to eating your burger and let me finish. Try using your brain to generate thoughts or ideas to entertain your little dead pal and his buddy. Okay, I have to stop right here and ask you, Barney, is it really a good idea that you become a pet zombie owner? I mean, really, come on. Doesn't it worry you that you're reading a book on zombie care and thinking somehow magic will be involved because you're that stupid?
Well, I like zombies.
Okay, so you like zombies. That's great. I just think that maybe you should start small, like getting a gerbil or a rat first. Then, if it should survive under your care for more than a week, maybe move up to a zombie.
Well, I'm afraid of gerbils and rats.
But somehow, to you, a zombie will be less frightening. Okay. Anyhow, forgetting about that bit of nonsense, you could also try playing a simple game like tug of war.
Will I need a bag of cookies?
No, you won't need a bag of cookies for this game, just some meat. This game is about as simple as you can get, Barney, so I imagine you'll still have some trouble with it. Anyway, first, take a fairly nice-sized chunk of meat, wrap it in a rag, then throw it in between the two of them, and watch as they fight over it. It couldn't be more easier and fun. Remember, this is a good time to show your little dead chum Hal some support by cheering him on with cries like, "Come on, boy, that's a piece of Phil, your gym teacher. You always loved him."
Phil really was the name of Hal's and my gym teacher.
Well, I suppose it looks like another lucky guess for me.
But I think it's spooky how you seem to know certain details about my life. Are you using some sort of magic?
Really, Barney, the only thing that's spooky is how many burgers you can eat in one sitting. I mean, isn't it more likely that I'm just super intuitive?
Well, I don't believe it.
Funny, I thought you'd say that. Anyhow, let's just stay on topic. Speaking of that, my point here is your dead dude needs your support. So don't be afraid to let your little dead dude Hal know that you have his back, even though he won't have yours, by rooting for your dead guy to win.
Is the prize a bag of cookies?
Yeah, Barney, sure. That and a brand new car. Now can we just forget about the cookies? Try to give your dead pal some loving support by cheering him on, and if you can keep your hands off a burger for more than a second, you could extend a hand out, like in a high-five gesture. Just don't actually high-five your little dead dude, because your undead pal will more than likely leave you with a bloody stump to remind you of your moment of bonding.
Well, how about rubbing his head?
No, Barney, don't even try rubbing his head. Remember, your little dead guy is a zombie, so always take precautions when dealing with your dead pal. Trust me, it's easy to get carried away while you're sharing these wonderful moments with your dead chum. Just remember, your silly dead dude loves you like you love a hamburger. So make sure safety is the #1 thing on your mind. Okay, in your case, it's hamburgers, magic, then safety, I guess. Just so, Barney, when it comes to your dead pal, you have to be the smart one. Yes, really, you actually have to be smarter than some dead guy. Come on, I mean really, are you sure this is a good idea? How about getting a dog instead?
I'm afraid that a dog might bite me.
Okay, but what about the zombie?
Yes, true. The dog could bite the zombie as well.
Yes, of course the dog could bite the zombie too, but that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, why aren't you afraid of the zombie?
Well, I like zombies.
Okay, Barney, I can see you've really thought this through. Try to remember, safety should come, well, third in your case, and you should know by now, to your dead little guy, you're just a bag of tasty cookies, which your dead pal only wants to rip open and eat. Also, Barney, you should understand as well, zombies love to bite. You know, kind of like a dog, which you're afraid of because they bite. But how you fail to make this connection is beyond me. But since I'm only here to talk about the very serious subject of pet zombie care, I will just stick to that. and I'll be sure to send my condolences to your wife in the next coming week. So, Barney, back to the main point of this topic, which is having a playdate can be a good way to keep your dead pal from getting lonely, and also of getting sick of hearing about your fairy tale world of magic. I'm sure your little dead dude Al will just enjoy having another intellectual around for a change. Unfortunately, it's your responsibility to give those little dead dudes some fun activities during this time. Just try to keep the two of them amused. Maybe, Barney, you can regale them with all the many humiliations you suffered over the years. It ought to be at least good for a laugh anyway. Really, though, there are lots of other ways you can keep them entertained, and none of them require magic. Unless it's through the magic of TV, of course. And in that case, just stick the two of them in a room together. You could also show them some family photos. It'll be just like they're at a restaurant looking at the menu. Just find some way to keep your dead little guys entertained. You could even take the two of them for a stroll if you like.